WWE Raw did its lowest ratings in the Netflix era, and SmackDown has just went and topped it with doing its lowest ever ratings in the history of SmackDown. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. I said Monday Night Raw was going down under with Rhea Ripley on top. Well, what's happening to SmackDown? It's ironic that this was The Rock's show because it's officially hit rock bottom. It did the lowest rating in the history of SmackDown, regardless of network, regardless of era, regardless of year. This is the lowest ever SmackDown in the history of the company for a non-preemption show. So this just goes to show you that SmackDown is down the toilet. Now, people will make excuses. People will say, oh, it's the 4th of July, it was the holidays. Well, guess what? SmackDown's been on during the holidays before. During the good times, during the good eras, but they never did a number as low as this. So let's get into it then. SmackDown for the July 4th edition, 2025, on the USA Network did 1.166 million viewers, and they did a 0.32 in the 18 to 49 key demographic. So it is the lowest viewership in the history of SmackDown and one of the lowest key demos in the history of SmackDown. I'm pretty sure they did a key demo that was lower than this earlier in the year, but I mean, all the low ratings are from either 2025 or 2024. All the record-breaking ratings, all the history low ratings have come under the Triple H era. He has broken each record time and time again with Raw and with SmackDown. Even before Raw moved to Netflix, he was breaking record error lows for the history of Raw, and now he's doing the same thing with SmackDown. And he's not just done it once, he's done it multiple times with both shows, and it's not going to be the last. This is not going to be the lowest rating for SmackDown. I guarantee you it will go under 1.166 million viewers. Might not be next week, might not be the week after, but I do believe the product is on the decline. It's going to continue to get worse, and I think we could see it go under this before the end of the year, because that's when you do have things like, lack of pay-per-views, lack of interest in stuff, WrestleMania a million miles away, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see these numbers go down even more and more and more. Now, last week did a 1.45 million. This is 20% down on that. So they lost a fifth of their viewers from last week, and last week did a 0.41 in the key demo. So they're 22% down on that. Now, listen, it is the 4th of July. People will be celebrating the holiday, but I mean, let's be honest, back in the day when you got Rock, when you got Austin on SmackDown or Raw, people would make sure they were watching this shit while they were celebrating with their families. People would be celebrating the 4th of July and have Raw on the TV in the background, or have SmackDown on in the background, man. People would probably tell their loved ones to shut up. If you had your mother-in-law over for the 4th of July and The Rock was going to cut a promo and she wouldn't stop yapping, you'd probably shove a hot dog in her mouth to get her to shut up for 2 minutes just to hear what the great one had to say. I mean, who's going to do that nowadays? Are you really going to tell your uncle, shut up? I want to hear what Johnny Gargano's going to say in this promo? Absolutely not. You'd be embarrassed. You'd be embarrassed to have Johnny Gargano on in the background. Imagine your family come over and you've got SmackDown on and Johnny Gargano comes out and they're questioning, who's this little fucking loser? Who's this little 40-year-old geek that looks like an anorexic victim? Why is he pretending to throw punches that he could never throw in 10 million lifetimes? I mean, they would question you. They'd probably question your sexuality. I mean, your father-in-law, he'd probably want his daughter to divorce you. He's like, why is he watching this gay shite on TV? What's this phony, fighting crap? So, yeah, wrestling in a really, really bad way. But, yeah, I mean, we can see it's under 1.2, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see it go under 1.2 again this year. I think it will. I think it definitely will. Obviously, since Mania, they went up to about 1.7, and then they went back down, and they seem to have steadied out, flatlined almost at a 1.4, but I think it's only a matter of time. I think at 1.4 it's helped a lot due to the fact that it's Cena, and it's his final year. People are probably tuning in to see Cena, and even when he's not there, people are probably tuning in to hope that he's there. Honestly, once Cena goes, see at the end of the year, Cena will be gone. These ratings will get worse, and 2026 is going to, mark my words, it will be a bad year for WWE. It will probably be the worst year in the company's history. But let's go into the clips for SmackDown. Let's see what happened on this show then. So the number one clip, the most viewed, was the full match. Solo Sikoa and the company drive Jacob Fatu through the announce desk. That's got 2.1 million views. Right. I don't like the Bloodline. I cannot stand the Bloodline. It's a bunch of fucking unknown jobbers. But I will admit that the Bloodline faction, or whatever they're calling it now, the My Family Tree, or, you know, original Bloodline, doesn't matter. Call it what you want. They do seem to get numbers, okay? They do seem to have decent ratings and views and stuff like that. And I think we've got to give Roman Reigns some credit. I don't like the guy. I personally cannot stand the guy. But I do think he is responsible for the Bloodline name and the Bloodline being somewhat a draw in wrestling. And I'd say he was the driving force behind that. I don't think the Bloodline's getting 2.1 million because people care about Solo and people care about Jacob Fatu. It probably is the Roman Reigns effect, so to speak. But anyway, 2.1 million is pretty damn good for these guys, because it's just a bunch of jobbers at the end of the day with Samoan blood in them. So to get that rating, I think that is pretty impressive. Second place, we have Randy Orton. RKO's are returning Drew McIntyre. So I got 956k in the views there. Then in third place, we had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte win a title match at WWE Evolution. So yeah, they're going to Evolution. Funny how the team on SmackDown had to qualify, but the team on Raw literally just got handed a title shot. They just got gifted it, the Kabuki Warriors. Maybe Adam Pearce wanted them to wrestle a match to qualify and they couldn't understand English, so he was just like, I'll put you in. I don't know. Maybe that was the deal. We're Kabuki Warrior. We don't speak English, but we want to compete for the tag team titles. Nobody ready for Asuka. I don't know what they were doing, but anyway, fuck, who cares? Jobbers. Right, fourth place, we have Naomi attacks Jade Cargill backstage. Just got 578k. I tell you what I have noticed. The women on SmackDown definitely seem to draw more than the women on Raw. I have noticed that big time, like 100%. When you look at the women on Raw, nobody seems to give a shit. Your Rhea Ripleys, your Becky Lynch's, your Baileys, your people like that, Io Sky, they don't really draw ratings. I mean, what I will say on SmackDown, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, the Naomi stuff as of late seems to be doing not bad. I mean, it is what it is. 578k for the fourth placed video clip. Right, then in fifth place, we have Tiffany Stratton chooses to battle Trish Stratus at Evolution. So Trish came out, we got some Stratusfaction. It was nice seeing Trish Stratus back, even if the promo didn't really make much sense, and the whole concept of picking your own challenger doesn't make any sense either. You know, what happened to earning title shots? What happened to number one contender matches? This company is dead. Right, sixth place, we have Randy Orton to Cody Rhodes. Kick John Cena's ass. So he tells him to kick John Cena's ass, and kind of embarrassing. I think that, Randy Orton, massive star, Cody Rhodes, massive star. Why are they this low down? Why are they 6th out of 8 on the SmackDown clips? 7th spot, we have the Wyatt 6 defeat Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Berto, and Chris Sabin. Just a bunch of jobbers, really. You know, they had 4 jobber tag teams, and they took a member for each one, and they had them compete against the Wyatt 6. I mean, I guess they thought they were doing something new, something fresh, but it's just a bunch of jobbers. Doesn't matter whether it's tag teams or one member of each tag team or no tag teams. This SmackDown mid-card tag team main event, spot, roster, whatever you want to call it, is shit. And in last place, we have Andrade and Rey Fenix hand Fraxium their first SmackDown loss. It's got 271k. Ah yes, Rey Fenix, the superstar, the guy that Tony Khan fumbled. Remember, people came in and they said Rey Fenix was going to be a megastar, him and Penta. What a bunch of fucking losers. These are just 2 guys with masks. These are 2 bums. These 2 guys ain't going to do shit. Just like Andrade, just like Dragon Lee, just like the LWO, just like Legado del Fantasma, just like any other bum for Triple A that Triple H feels like bringing in. These guys ain't draws. These guys never have been draws. I mean, there's only been one luchador with a mask that ever done anything really in wrestling, and it was Rey Mysterio Jr. That's the one. That's the guy. And yeah, if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Deal with it, but it's fucking true. I mean, no one else has been relevant. Not in the Western world, not in mainstream wrestling, not in the company that matters, the WWE. Yeah, you've had some guys come in and try. But they've all sucked. Even in Rey Mysterio's era, when he first came in, Ultimo Dragon followed him in not long after, and that guy did absolutely nothing. And he was rated. Ultimo Dragon was probably better than all these guys with masks today. And he done nothing. He got released like after a year, less than a year on SmackDown. So, yeah, there you go, guys. SmackDown doing its lowest rating in the history of the brand of the show. And how low can you go? Raw doing its lowest history rating in Netflix era, and then SmackDown doing its lowest ever rating in the era of the history of the show. Beginning to stumble my words here, guys. But anyway, point is, these numbers are shite, and we all know it. WWE knows it. Triple H knows it. Any fan with a brain cell certainly knows it. I mean, people will sit and pretend that we're getting the greatest product of all time, that Triple H is cooking, and that Rhea Ripley's on top, and that we're eating good. But in reality, what we're eating is dog shite, and we're being fed it spoon first by Triple H. Till next time, peace.